what I teach, for those of you that don't know me very well, what I teach becomes very safe because you can't hit anybody. And first I'll do that on your feet, and then we're going to take it to the ground. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to take this, and don't get confused from standing strikes and going on the ground. It's the same thing. I don't have time to go into the power base and where the power comes from. So maybe you'll see it, but it's from Sanchin. I'm a Sanchin fanatic, all right? So give me, what we're gonna work on are just 4 strikes on the ground. What you're not gonna see on the ground is this. Unless you're on the top mount and you get yourself up here, which I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna work on your back and on a full mount on the front. So you're gonna work on the top and on the bottom. It's just striking, okay? So we're gonna work on the 1 knuckle punch. The shokin is, I do many different things with the shokin, probably things you're never gonna see again. I do a lot of different things with this shokin, okay? This is not one of them. You can't throw a shokin this way. If you hit anything this way with a shokin, you'll most likely break your arm. Okay? Shokins are done from here. And they can go all around the body. The elbow, of course, because we're going to be on the ground. And my 2 favorites, which are the 2 bones of your forearm, radius and the ulna. So these 2 bones are deadly. And they hit with scary, scary power. And he only moved that much. He only goes that far. And the reason I like them is because your hands are already there. We're going to work a lot on hand position here. So if the hands are already here and you're working over here, that movement's already up there. But that's the movement there. They're sickle-like movements. Okay? Like wiping off your countertops. Just take them up, move them back. So, we're going to work the shokin, which is here, very close. We're going to work it here, we're going to work it here, we're going to work it behind the ear. That's a 1 knuckle shokin, only goes that far, on the ground. Then we're going to work the radial, which is, this is the stopper. This will stop them. Right here. We have to use the pad. You can't do this with your partner. If anybody hits anybody down there, that's not good. Shokin, elbow. This that we have in our kata, he's no good. It's good for kata. Different zones. Zones. This is your horizontal. On the ground. Keeping in mind the point of the elbow is the objective, not the forearm. So the shoulder moves. Get the shoulder under the chin, or the chin on the shoulder. Not, no.
Let's move on. Move on. Okay, watch here, please. Go, watch here.
On the ground.
This is what I mean by inside out. Rule number 1 in the 5 fundamentals is punching with the hands up. Ensure that you have proper structure in your technique. Be able to punch with the hands up. What you're doing is you're starting here, you come in here, now you're shifting with this. I guess that's okay.
Try it. Stand there right now as you're standing there and go like this. Now go like this. See what happens? The elbow jumps up about another 4 inches. Now what you have to do is you have to force that elbow inside towards your sternum, breastbone, inside, because that damn elbow wants to flip up, wants to go over here somewhere. So you got to fire it inside. Why the hand near the ear? Because that's how you're going to get that up. You do it this way, It tightens up the foot. You can't move. So this way, inside.
How far I can reach that
Vertical.
without compromise. Okay, so this is about my range right here, my maximum range, just outside my range. If I go here, so we're going to change the timing. Everything is just the timing. Just the timing. So we're going to do from here is instead of dropping our weight here, combination over 1, 2, 3, 4, and you combinate drop the weight and now we're going to touch it. Touch it.
When you do it hard in the air without hitting something, be careful. You can hurt that shoulder.
Now what I'm going to do is drop the weight here. Drop the
You're always safer hitting something. So,
drop your weight. That leg drop.
can't. It's no good. I got to go up here. So I'm moving my hand. You're dialing it like a dial. Your hand here. Your hand here. And now your hand here. Where the hell are you going with that one? I'm going to go over here, which is, that's the one that's going to stop, and all conversation stops on that one, up near the ear lobe. I seek out those ears because the hands, I use the open hands a lot. Most of what I do is open hand. Up along that ear and the mandible, the jawbone, everything stops. It's over. Shokin, elbow, different zones of the elbow, radius, ulna, radius, ulna. Four strikes.
Yeah,
That's all.
Yes, sir. So guys, partner up, okay, and safely try to place those techniques, okay, on those targets. And we'll come around and talk to you a little bit.
When Rob and I go to the ground, it's probably 6-7 minutes maybe. I mean, it's not much and it's done. My video lessons are quick.
Arthur Rabesa, UechiKarate.com, and you'll see these things. Subscribe to them, they're great.
But just YouTube, just go on YouTube and type in Rabesa. I got 80 videos in there. So get a partner, whoever you're working with, and all you're going to do, you don't need the pads, because all you're going to do is touch. They're just going to put it, touch, touch. So if Judy's working with me, and she's going to work the elbow, the vertical elbow, and the hands being in this position is very, very important. This is very important right here, okay? So you've got an inside position, I got an outside position. So you're using the hands as a guide, like a root. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take that vertical, and you're just going to drop this right along your ear, and then keep this inside tight, and give me a little forward movement.
So that's the hardest part.
Right, so you can lean back, and it'll come up under the chin. You want to come in right into the xiphoid, right about there. Go up deeper.
Most other styles use what's called a phoenix, which is
Strong here. Yeah, and that comes from here. It's not. And if you back up a little bit and do it, it'll come right up underneath. Don't do that.
No.
When you do the vertical here, you've got a forward press. As you come here and you fire this to your ear, you've got a forward press. Forward press right there. That's it. That's it. Put this under your chin. That's it, right there. The looser the better on this one. No strong bicep. Loose, 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 like a whip. Like a whip. Yeah, more shoulder under the chin. Now, the reason you want this here, the non-striking hand here, because that gives this more power, more velocity. So the non-striking hand If you follow my form, I'm always talking about double thrust power, double thrust. It's you're not really thrusting, you're just taking, so if you go to a punch, just a punch. What's that doing over there? This is Sanchin. This is Sanchin. I'm doing Sanchin. Watch. I'm doing Sanchin. That's where the power comes from. So when you hit with either hand, when you're hitting with either hand, the non-striking hand sits. Let's say you're punching there. The non-striking hand sits about an inch off that wrist. So make a fist here. So that's what you look like when you hit. Not. Right there. Give me more here. Right there, right there. Right there. So when you make contact, that's how it looks. Because you ain't done. This guy's going. Because this is moving fast, not really, because it's right here. And it just rolls.
When you're in a self-defense context, you're initially responding, hopefully, to a stimulus. When you do that, you're going to turn around and have a startle flinch type response. And generally, that's scary movie hands, right? Notice where the hands are. It's a supported attitude, right? It's the same thing like if you're a superstar. So we're doing like a Uechi challenge, and she's much stronger than me. Well, is it wrong for me to turn around and kind of get through the catch spot by having a supported attitude here? It's absolutely not, right? I have a supported attitude. Son follows father up in here, see it? Now, it's the same thing if I was doing the arm rubbing. Same thing. She's a beast. I'm 2 weeks into this thing, or I got a bad shoulder. If I'm doing that arm rubbing and I'm having trouble, she's turning around and she's stronger than me, I take on that supported attitude. So you should naturalize your mind's ability to have this supported attitude right from your basic exercises, so that when you're under duress and you're starting to apply this to saving your butt, that it's not a foreign thing. It's already there. Why? Because you did it since the first day. You did it since your first Uechi challenge.
So when you're hitting, the support of the non-striking hand adds to the explosiveness of that strike. It's scary hard. It hits scary hard. Hits very, very hard. Okay? And you're using both hands doing it, but you're not actually using the other hand. You're just moving both hands, but I'm hitting with this hand, but my other hand is going with it, and there's the contact. See, this hand sits right here, all right? So you've got to stay with your shoulders. Shoulders aren't back, shoulders are down. How do you get that? You take your hands and you put them in the front of your legs. Put them here. Exhale. There you are, there's your Sanchin. What do I do with my arms? Pick your damn hands up. Just pick them up. Oh, okay. There you go. All right, from here. And as long, everybody watching this video understand, this is a full-grown man. All right. Shokin, from here. You notice he's got his hands here. I want my hands here. I want both hands inside, or one here and one outside. I want my hands here. From here, the Shokin comes from right here. I can't hit him any harder than that. How's that feel?
It's wonderful.
So now that my hands are here, I want to take these hands and I want to get them over here and move them down this way, because now I want the radial here. I want the other hand here. I want my radial here. I can't hit him any harder than this, because he's gone if I hit him. The ulna, which comes on the small finger side here, I hold on here and I move it here, this way. So I have the ulna strike here and I have the radial on the other side. So I got the radial and I got the ulna, and I got the Shokin here, not only on the clavicle but over on the side of the head. I take a regular hook punch or a regular open hand and I just make a Shokin, the one knuckle. I've got the Shokin on this side, on the side of his head over here, and also on just under the lobe over here. And it only goes that far, only moves that far. And I have to contend with the weight that's on me. But I'm using that to my advantage because his weight coming down is just adding to this movement here. All right? The elbow is very simple. The elbow from here, he's inside on there. I can't take and do a vertical strike on this one. I can take, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to move it over here, and I'm going to do a pull here, and I'm going to do this movement over here. So I'm going to take my hand and I'm going to move it over to my shoulder, and I'm going to take this hand here and move here using the ground, pulling him down as I deliver this elbow here. Okay? Can you use a fist? Sure. But you're not going to get the job done. I want to get the job done. I want to get rid of this guy. But being here is good. I was just on the bottom. All right. So this position here, he being a good ground fighter, which he is, he's going to get those hands up. Yeah. And he's going to be doing just what I'm doing down there. All right. So if he's pulling me down, that's fine because my hands are here. I've got my hands not on him. See my hands over here on the ground? So I'm just taking my hand from here and I'm just moving the shokin right along the ground here. Either side. Right along the ground. If I hit him any harder than that, it's over. The back of the wrist, which is right here. I'm running my hand, just running my fingertips right along the ground. Then I can drop, the elbow straight down. Just from here, and just let your weight drop straight down. Just straight down. Okay? I don't want to go any higher because if I go higher, then I'm going to go into his face and that'll be a mess. So I want to drive that one right in through here. Things you can do when you're on your back that you can't do when you're in a full mount. But when you're in an up position, there are things you can do faster and harder than if you're down on your back. So these are just ground strikes. It's not wrestling, we're not grappling, we're not doing jiu-jitsu. It's just striking, being able to hit hard and end it from the ground. What you can do on your feet, you can do on the ground. Finished.